Hello everyone, or perhaps hello again to everyone. Here is my opinion, which is worth what it's worth on light therapy recommended by psychiatrists and most doctors to have a good winter. Let's go. Hello Milena, I will answer you. It's about light therapy. Light therapy is good, but I'm going to disappoint you. It's natural light therapy that is good. Artificial light therapy, you should know that it's LEDs. So these are computer chips that are connected to a current and will emit certain wavelengths and not the entire light spectrum. In fact, it literally has nothing to do with the real wavelengths with which we have evolved as human beings. And it has nothing to do with the source of the wavelengths with which we have evolved as humans. It also has nothing to do with the timing of exposure to these wavelengths with which we have evolved. That is to say, a sunrise or noon or a sunset. These are lights that are specific to a given moment for which we are made. Whereas an LED, nothing to do with it. There is another problem with artificial light therapy, so I'll give you my opinion. It's that, in fact, there is a real opportunity cost to using it. That is to say, if we use it, it means we are not outside. And I know you're telling me that from October to April, it's tough. In the Hauts-de-France, but it's possible. It's possible everywhere. For example, personally, I lived in Besançon, and every morning I was outside. In fact, you have to dress and organize yourself to be able to do it as much as possible. I think it's difficult to have a good winter. I understand that it's also difficult to do it depending on the job you have. I invite you to take all your breaks outside, to dress accordingly, to eat outside at lunchtime, always, even in winter. I know that as a result, colleagues might see this as a bit strange, and that's what I have to advise you. No glasses to recommend to you. Just sleep well and look at the sky. I don't know if you've seen the videos I've made. On the subject, it's something that personally has changed my winters, so that's the real light therapy I recommend to you. Is to take at least 10 minutes, ideally 40 minutes, but honestly, you have 10 minutes to live well. The video in question is about being positive when the weather is bad on YouTube, and I've also provided it. A much more complete and detailed version in the tips of the day. And the sunrise. So, ideally, if there is a sunrise, let's say there are no clouds. You watch the sunrise, you look at the sun. But let's assume, that now there are clouds or even it's raining, you go outside. I did that all winter, and I had an extraordinary winter. You go outside, you lie down, and you do what is called sky gazing, meaning you take your precautions. You are, for example, on a low wall, on a bench, in the grass, ideally, in your garden, ideally, maybe if you have one. You've had your tea, you've had your coffee, or you even brought it along. And you lie down. The most important thing is that you lie down so you can see the sky. And you force yourself to look at the sky. At first, it might sting the eyes for some people who are not at all used to being outside. And that's 99% of people today. But you will look at the sky. For 10 minutes, you will smile. You will think about something else, anything you want. You will organize your day. You will not listen to music. You will not listen to a podcast. No, it's simply 10 minutes with yourself. For example, if you usually meditate, I invite you to do it this way. And you will see the difference throughout your day. I should actually do that for you on Instagram, for example. I might post screenshots of people who do it and for whom their day changes. So if you want to prepare for winter, just be outside a lot during the summer. Without getting sunburned, but be outside a lot. I am outside a lot, I never get sunburned. And you will, as a result, accumulate your vitamin D levels. You will feel good. In October, you will feel good, even in Hauts-de-France, and by looking at the sky in the morning. That I do all the time, in winter, including a good part of spring. Now, I don't necessarily do it during the summer, because I know there's so much light. Needn't lie down. I don't feel the need to lie down. 10 minutes. Well, actually, I do 30 minutes. Lying down to look at the sky. And why lie down? You will lie down because that way you will see so much more of the sky. It's so much more effective than if you do it standing up. So do it lying down. And our ancestors didn't necessarily do that. Not to remove it, but because our ancestors during the day, they were outside. During the day, they didn't work in an office. So that's my opinion. I hope it can help you. And I'll see you very soon, Milena. And don't hesitate if you have any questions. Hello, Lewis. A very simple thing. I recommend looking at the sky in the morning when you wake up without having looked at your phone, to open the window and gaze at the sky, whatever its color, gray, blue, or other. And it's silly, because I've only been doing this for 2 days. Even though I was always more or less in a fog in the morning, struggling to get out of bed. And well, now, after 5 minutes on the dot, I feel very good. And it allows the secretion of serotonin and thus to start the day. It's simple, but someone had to think of it. Thank you very much.